Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zeng here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank, where I climb the online doubles ladder and provide live commentary as I go. Thank you to everyone who has tuned in to the last two episodes of this brand new series for Sword and Shield. Has been an absolute blast, and it's really cool seeing so many old viewers come to the channel as well as brand new people. So whether you're old or whether you're new, welcome. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the games, because I know I have, and it's been a lot of fun. Like I mentioned, gonna do my best to keep these up on a pretty frequent basis, hoping for a video basically every day up until we get VGC 2020 rules, and then we'll swap over to the 2020 rule set as soon as that's out. A lot of people have been asking about like guides for VGC 2020 team building stuff, and trust me, as soon as the rule set is released, then we can start with the individual Pokemon analyses, the team building guides, all that good stuff. So thanks to everyone for tuning in. As always, if you enjoy, please show support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. Sharing it with anyone else that might be interested in getting into competitive play would be highly appreciated as well. So yeah, other than that, for the next couple of days and episodes, I'll still be using the team that I have been using, which is the team built by Angel Miranda, linked in the description below if you want to follow him on Twitter or ask him any questions. And it's been a really fun run so far. Definitely learning a lot, definitely making a lot of mistakes, but overall I think it's been enjoyable, so hope you guys have been having a fun time watching. You know, fairly, I wouldn't say standard team, I guess, but a lot of these are old familiar Pokemon. Corviknight here is really the only new addition, so I'm definitely going to want Gyarados. I think Gyarados is going to be really good here, especially because it gets Power Whip now, which means it can actually do a lot of damage to Gastrodon and Rotom. Those don't completely wall me. I do have to worry about potential Thunderbolts and Rock Slides, though, which is still scary. Ferrothorn's okay, might get burned. I'm actually running out of time already, which is really scary. So what do I want to lead with? This is tricky. Dragapult. Okay, I'm kind of just selecting random stuff right now. I guess Scrafty's still decent. And Ferrothorn. I need a counter to the... or a switch into Gardevoir. Yeah, I don't know if this is the best choice. I'm still really getting used to the timer, which is one of the things I'm going to need to be better at going forward. Someone told me to customize my trainer card, so I'll definitely do that in the upcoming days. But yeah, having to toggle back and forth and commentating is definitely something I'm going to need to get used to, just because that is kind of new. But yeah, we're going to get into it. Hopefully you guys enjoy. As always, if you do, please share support by leaving a like in the video. It really helps out a lot. And let's get started. It's going to be Arcanine and Gardevoir here, as Arcanine here is going to intimidate us. So Dragapult's not in a bad spot right now. Definitely puts on some offensive presence immediately. But both Gardevoir and Arcanine do get access to electric type attacks, which is kind of scary here. Let's see. Kind of want to just go for a Phantom Force into Gardevoir and maybe switch Gyarados out to scout for an electric type attack, going out into Ferrothorn. Yeah, this is relatively risk-free, I think. We get to scout for what my opponent wants to do. I don't think I'm going to eat up a Fire-type attack into the Gyarados slot. We might see something like a Flare Blitz, though. Or, sorry, a Will-O-Wisp. Oh, but it's Scarf Gardevoir. I should have anticipated that. That's really bad. I don't know why that was something I wasn't expecting. And the Will-O-Wisp. That was, like, the worst-case scenario, basically. Jeez. Okay. So we know it's Scarf Guard. It's locked into Moonblast. I mean, this is already going to be pretty difficult to come back from. Okay. That was like the worst start possible, and I led probably a little bit too freely with Dragapult there into, like, I should have considered Scarf Guard. I don't know why that was something I just like didn't have in the back of my mind. But I didn't have any great plays there, honestly, with Scarf Guard. Like, I can't really switch into Scrafty. I think I probably needed to bring Togekiss into this matchup. I guess Rotom would have been okay here too. If he misses Will-O-Wisp and I get the Waterfall knockout, then I can Dynamax. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be targeting on Ferrothorn here. I think Gardevoir switches out probably. So I can seed whatever comes in. This is still winnable, but I mean, that was like the worst start possible. Yeah, so Guard switches out. Oh, Gastrodon's probably coming in. Oh, it's actually T-Tar. Okay, I don't mind that. But Arcanine probably is faster and it's just going to Will-O-Wisp me. Oh, I am faster. Oh, sick. Okay, that's actually huge then. That gives us an opportunity to come back into this. The question is whether Gardevoir has Thunderbolt or not. And it probably does if it's Scarf Guard. But, I mean, that was the best case scenario, honestly. Part of me wanted to Dynamax and go for the flying attack just to get the speed increase, but I don't know how great that is. Either way, I played way too carelessly. I should have considered Scarf Guard. That's not even that shocking. Like, that was pretty common stat back in 2014 when Gardevoir was good. It's one of the most common stats, actually. Gardevoir coming back in here is going to be scary, but it's actually going to be Rotom. Interesting. So now the question is, does my opponent have a fire-type attack on the Tyranitar, like a flamethrower? And how fast is the Rotom? Probably outspeeds Gyarados. Not knowing the speeds here is unfortunate. Might be better to switch out into Scrafty here. Yeah, it sucks giving up the attack increase, but I think I have to. Switch into Scrafty and Protect Pharaoh to scout out for a fire-type attack. Yeah. Not ideal. Not ideal. If he had Gastron, that would have been better. But if he had Gastron, he would have just switched in next to Arcanine, I think. Let's see. Okay, there's Dynamax. I'm guessing T-Tar Dynamax is here. Yeah. I also don't know. I don't think Dynamax Gyarados can take Thunderbolt anyway from Rotom, but maybe that's a calc I should know. Yeah, I should do, I would say. Not know. Alright, so we'll see if T-Tar goes for a fire-type attack here. Okay, yep, there was Thunderbolt. Okay, we take that decently well. No fire-type attack. It's fighting instead. Interesting. Maybe Ferrothorn just wins this game then. Is it an attack increase? That's kind of scary. Okay. Yeah, maybe Pharaoh can actually just pull this off then. Oh, although Gardevoir probably has Mystic Fire, as we learned. So we're gonna have to play around that. But the fact that T-Tar is going for that, yeah, is huge. Because by knocking out Arcanine, I don't know if my opponent has a great answer to Ferrothorn. We're gonna have to still be careful here, but this definitely gives us a fighting chance. I'm actually thinking of just protecting Scrafty here. I think my opponent might just... I mean, I can't fake out the Tyranitar, and Tyranitar has low kick, it looks like. It doesn't really do very much right now into Pharaoh. Yeah, I honestly want to detect Scrafty here. And... do I want to Seed Rotom or just Power Whip? Because Power Whip probably two-shots it with Sandstorm. Yeah, if I can knock that out... let's think. I think if my opponent probably doubles up on Scrafty, not expecting Detect, so I want to detect that. But let's say my opponent fighting type attacks into... yeah, you know what? I'm going to Seed the Rotom. Power Whip probably would have been better. I don't know about that, you know. Because I think I should prioritize knocking out Rotom here. Okay, yeah, T-Bolt into Scrafty. He ended up knuckling the Ferrothorn, which is... oh no, it did go into Scrafty. Okay, I always see the animation. I was just like, what? Okay. This next turn is tricky. And I missed Leech Seed, which is unfortunate. I could go for a double on Scrafty. That actually might be the best play. I could also Dynamax here, actually, but not sure that's the greatest play. Maybe double Power Whip and Tyranitar would have been better. Thunderbolt won't knock me out, so my opponent needs to double up into Scrafty. Yeah, I probably conserve my Dynamax here. I think I just go for the double detect. If I get it, that's actually really good for us. And I could just be faster with Scrafty as well, I guess. I don't anticipate that being the case. It's probably better to just detect. But if I am faster, then I just get the knockout. But even if I get the knockout, then you bring in Gardevoir, and you lock yourself in a Mystic Fire. I think I've probably lost this, but still gotta try. Yeah, I'll go for the double. I think the correct play was to Power Whip Tyranitar last turn. Or double Power Whip Rotom. Ooh, we actually get the double, though. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna Knuckle again. Yeah. Yeah, I should have clicked Power Whip last turn instead of Leech Seeding, because I don't need the recovery right now anyway. Unless for some reason Gardevoir doesn't have Mystic Fire, which would be really odd on a Scarf Guard set. Oh yeah, that Power Whip is doing nothing. Oh, it's weakness policy, isn't it? Okay, that's probably game. Yeah, Dragapult was not the correct choice in this game against Rotom, which can Will-O-Wisp, Arcanine, and T-Tar. I don't know what's better to bring though. I mean, Togekiss doesn't do much for me against T-Tar or Rotom. So maybe Rotom Heat, at least, as a lead. Just didn't have the best matchup here, I think. Yeah, I'll protect Pharaoh here and just sack Scrafty, I guess. Yeah, I need a bank on... What? His T-Tar's at what, like +3 attack? +4. Oh my goodness. I think my only way out here is you knock out Scrafty, I bring in Gyarados. Dynamax, hope to survive T-Bolt, knock out Tyranitar. But even then, yeah, I don't think we really get much off. That was a great use of Dynamax on T-Tar, I think. And it's super power too. Okay, so not low kick. Weakness policy plus consistently using the fighting attack is pretty sick. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think like Rotom, Heat, or Togekiss really would have helped me much in this matchup, but losing Dragapult for free was really bad. But that's the scary thing about best of one, especially going up against something like Gardevoir and Dynamax. You have to worry about all these electric type attacks. But definitely could have been better played. Okay. Is there any chance we win this? We'd have to survive a T-Bolt on Dynamax Gyarados. If we do, actually, we would set up the Rain, which means we could survive a Mystic Fire. And seed the Rotom. Yeah, I mean, Power Whip's doing so little. I don't know if Power Whip even 2-shots. And if we actually get the Rain up, then maybe we can seed. No, I guess I'm still taking too much from Mystic Fire. But unfortunately, with Tyranitar having weakness policy, I need to target down that slot because Superpower would just knock out Ferrothorn otherwise. This game was definitely a game where I could have just played around Ferrothorn. Weakness policy made my life harder too, and I didn't use Dynamax well enough, I think. But yeah, like leading Dragapult there wasn't great. I'm not doing a great job in team selection, I think, because I just always end up running out of time and not bringing like the optimal 4. I don't even know what the optimal 4 is in this one though, to be honest. Wow, I was faster with Gyarados this whole time, like against both of these. That's so frustrating, actually. Then I could have just stayed in with Gyarados and just Power Whip the Rotom. Like Dynamax Power Whip. And that probably would have just won the game, honestly. But I didn't want to risk that. If I somehow survive a T-Bolt here... No, there's no way, right? Oh, we do! Wow, that actually... Yeah, this is a really bulky Rotom then. Looks like there's no speed investment. Well, this game just got a lot more interesting. I think we can win now. Yeah, I really think we can win. because we've set up the, like, if it's Gardevoir in the back, which it has to be, you have to lock yourself into Mystic Fire. I don't think Mystic Fire knocks out Ferrothorn. I mean, if you lock yourself into Thunderbolt, then you can't touch Ferrothorn. Like, neither of your Pokemon can touch Ferrothorn. So I think we've actually pinned our opponent here. Wow, this is such an interesting position. I think I just Max Geyser the Gardevoir because Ferrothorn will win 1v1 against Rotom. And if Gardevoir locks itself into anything but Mystic Fire, then we just win. Because Ferrothorn can 2v1. My opponent's Dynamaxed already as well. So I think I just protect here because I think my opponent needs to crit, like, Mystic Fire onto Ferrothorn right now. I don't even know if that knocks out, but I'm not going to risk it. So I'm actually going to protect here because I think if my opponent does anything else, if you lock yourself into Moonblast, then Pharaoh should 2v1 this game. This is intense. What a game. We know it's Scarf Gardevoir because it outsped Dragapult. Oh! Oh, thank goodness I protected there. Wow. That should be game. Wow. We actually pulled off the comeback. Unless this doesn't knock out, but it's got it right. Yeah. I didn't even think about Trick. Oh, that's so clever. But yeah, the Protect there, like, I think wins us the game all the time. Unless it's... I mean, even if it's Protect Guard, yeah. This shows the power of Dynamax, though. Conserving Dynamax, like Gyarados could take a Thunderbolt. Yeah, I just didn't expect it to survive, but clearly the Rotom is not speedy and not offensive, and it's all bulk. And now we have the ideal situation, right? Ferrothorn in rain against a Rotom Wash. Wow, what a crazy game. I thought it was surely over after turn 1. That was like the worst possible scenario, but my opponent giving up Arcanine just like that made my life a lot easier. But that was a really fun one. Unfortunately, Dragapult did absolutely nothing, but even though it did nothing, it confirmed for us that there was a Choice Scarf, and that enough is really good information because it helps us play this endgame, which is why I went for the target there. Wow, we actually ended up pulling out the win. That's crazy, dude. That's actually crazy. Yeah, I don't know what I would have even led better into that. I guess Rotom Heat as a lead would have been really good. Not knowing the speeds is so scary, but knowing that I can take a Dynamax Thunderbolt like that with a fair amount of health remaining is good to know. I think there's some damage calcs out already that you can use to determine speeds. Or not speed, sorry, damage, obviously. But man, that was crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Bringing Dragapult into that, I guess, isn't great because my opponent has a Gardevoir and a Corviknight. So I probably, if I were to make some changes, would drop that and bring Rotom Heat instead. But the thing about bringing Rotom Heat is, like, I'm bringing it up against a Rotom Wash, a Gastrodon. So I think the Pokemon choice was fine. I just needed to play better around Scarf Guard. All right. I'm going to close my door real quick. Okay, T-Tar, Excadrill, Gyarados, Sylveon, Braviary, and Dragapult. This is really scary. Especially because Sylveon gets Mystic Fire now, which means it can target down the Ferrothorn. I don't like this matchup at all, to be honest. Mainly because Sylveon can put in work against everything. Leading against, like, weather is always so tricky. Thinking Gyarados, Scraft... No, actually, there's the Braviary. I never want to leave Scrafty here. What about Gyarados Dragapult? That puts on a lot of offensive pressure right from the start. If my opponent leads T-Tar Exca, I can just switch out into Scrafty. Who do I not bring is the question. I don't think I bring Togekiss here. The redirection doesn't help much, especially if my opponent's bringing the Sylveon. So the question is then Pharaoh or Rotom Heat. Pharaoh's pretty good here across the board. But Rotom Heat counters Braviary. I kind of want to go Gyarados Dragapult here. Scrafty in the back. What's the last one? Rotom or Pharaoh? Honestly, leaning towards Rotom because it can one-shot a bunch of things here. I ended up bringing Pharaoh. I think Pharaoh's still just too good defensively not to bring here. But yeah, that's tricky. I'm not the biggest fan of this matchup. I think Sand is always kind of... Sand plus Braviary or Defiant / competitive users, I think we're going to see a lot of in the upcoming weeks. So, you know, Braviary, Bisharp, Milotic, those are all... It makes sense, right? Because you basically dissuade your opponent from bringing Intimidate immediately. It's going to be Dragapult Braviary. Oh, that's so interesting. The terrifying thing is that we speed tie here with the Dragapult, I assume. Braviary, however, could easily just go for a Tailwind. So the question is, do we both just risk the speed tie turn 1? Scrafty is useless here. I could just switch into Ferrothorn. The safest play on my opponent's end, of course, is to just Tailwind and protect Dragapult. So I could read into that and just Dragon Claw Waterfall. I hate dealing with these speed ties. My opponent could also just risk the speed tie immediately. Hate these positions. Dragapult also could be special and have Flamethrower. I'm gonna read into my opponent playing safe. And double up in a Braviary, but I'm not the biggest fan of that play. I don't know, is there just no, like... Oh, it's actually Dynamax coming out. Okay, is that going to Dragapult? Because that would make sense. Maybe I should consider Dynamaxing turn 1 here, actually, because these are probably my 2 best Pokemon to Dynamax. Yeah. That's not good. Okay. Losing the speed tie here would be really bad. Okay, but we go first, which is good. Wow, that's really good damage. Oh my... It has a... Okay. This is the flexibility about Dynamax, right? You can just pull stuff off like that. I'm guessing that's boosted by Thunderbolt. But I want to double check the electric type attacks that it gets. Yeah, so... Looks like it is specially oriented. Oh my goodness. How do we even win this then? Because I assume he has Dragon Pulse Flamethrower. I think I just lose now without Braviary. Or sorry, without... How do I win this? How do I win this? How do I win this? Yeah, Special Dragapult isn't shocking. Special Dragapult with Thunderbolt and the easy. The best case, I guess, would have been for me to just Dynamax and try to go for the speed tie, but that's not worth it. I mean, that's really risky, right? I guess leading Rotom could have been better just to get the Specs T-Bolt off. The thing is, like, this puts on so much pressure against everything, jeez. I think he just Dragon Claws the Dragapult. Or Dragon Pulses. Maybe I Dynamax here with my own Dragapult then. I don't even know if I can survive though. Being this far behind, I think I'm gonna bank on my opponent going for like a fire type attack into Ferrothorn, expecting me to protect. I don't know if by playing safe here I can win, because even if I protect Dragapult this turn, what do, right? Ferrothorn doesn't accomplish anything. So in order to win this, I think I need for my opponent to throw. Wow, yeah, Dynamax is so hard to... Like, it's impossible to counter everything, right? So you just have to be smart overall. I guess Togekiss actually would have been okay in this game. If we see a fire type attack, that would be ideal. It's the ghost one, actually, into Dragapult. So we actually survived it. That does so much damage. Yeah, I mean, it's super effective, yeah, so both make sense. Yeah, he doubled up into Dragapult. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I don't think I had a better play there, though, right? I can't switch out in Braviary or Scrafty. I guess Scrafty was definitely the incorrect call in this game. It's Life Orb? Oh, no. Just recoil. It's buried, actually. Yeah, I got destroyed. I mean, that turn 1 was just brutal. I thought Gyarados was in an okay spot. Might have been better just to have risked it and Dynamaxed and gone for the Dragon Claw in that kind of position because of what Pokemon I had in the back. Yeah. I mean, if I protect my Dragapult there, I get a knockout, but my opponent still has multiple turns of Tailwind. The issue is Tailwind, right? I don't have speed control on this team. I mean, what can I even do here, right? Fake out and, I guess, knock out the Braviary. Maybe he doesn't have a fire type attack. But yeah, the electric Dynamax move just caught me off guard, basically. As Braviary protects. Yeah, I'm just going to forfeit after this next turn. I don't think there's any way to win, really. And he ended up having the, Max Flare as well. So there was no way around this. So this was a special Dragapult with Thunderbolt, Flamethrower / Fire Blast, some special ghost type attack, I assume Shadow Ball, or maybe it's mixed. But yeah, in the Dragapult versus Dragapult situation, I guess I should have just risked it and gone for the Dragon Claw immediately. But that's so risky because if I lose this Beat, I lose that as well. So I needed to lead better, I guess, into this. I've not been choosing my Pokemon well in terms of leads. Like, I feel like I've been walking into a lot of poor lead matchups. That's okay. That shows you the power of Dynamax, though. I mean, yeah, seeing Dragapult, like, you kind of expect physical, but it can be special, and special is really good, as you just saw, because you get so much coverage. I think it gets access to, like, strong water type attacks as well. Just double checking. Yeah, you get Surf, Hydro Pump, Scald, which is scary. So, special Dragapult, certainly super viable, especially after Dynamaxing. So, we did get an L, but I'll play another one. Want to get redemption. Alright, third game of the day. The last one I had ended up taking like an hour, and it was one of those stall wars between Ferrothorns, so it didn't end up being very entertaining. So, figured, ooh, and this is a really fun team to go up against as well, so I'm excited. There's the new Darmanitan, the Steel Dragon. I actually forget its name. Yeah, I need to be better in team previews. So let's look that up later. Charizard, Whimsicott, Hitmontop, and Milotic. So Charizard, a lot of scary options. Whimsicott with Tailwind, obviously. The Darmanitan is going to be interesting. That's a Pokemon I know has been wrecking in singles. Because it's just kind of gross. Yeah, I'm just double checking its move pool and what it does, and how fast it is. It's base 95. Okay. Man, that is scary. Can't just lead Scrafty mindlessly. I think Rotom is a phenomenal lead here. Yeah, it's a good matchup against pretty much everything. Whimsicott's probably going to try to set up Tailwind. Gyarados might be okay here. I still kind of want Scrafty. Pharaoh might be the move if I can knock out Charizard. Yeah. Dragapult could have been decent here, I think, but I didn't bring it. Let's see. So Galarian Darmanitan. Base 160 attack. Jeez. It has Guerrilla Tactics, which is basically a band. So you can double choice band it, basically. That is terrifying. Whimsicott Charizard, okay. I feel like I'm playing VGC 2015 right now. Against Rotom Gyarados, which isn't the worst, I think. I need to look up Charizard's moveset, because the thing with Dynamax is that now there's so many options for everything, which is kind of gross. You have to play so meticulously careful against everything. Like, it could have a rock type attack. It could have an electric type attack. And I have no idea what this player is going to be running. Whimsicott Charizard, okay. Could trick the Whimsicott, which actually could be kind of interesting. Kind of want to just go on offense, though, here. Okay, I'm going to go on offense, and I'm actually going to Dynamax and Airstream to get the speed. Do I need the speed boost? That could be decent, because if I get 2 speed boosts, then... Charizard's probably still max speed, though. We'll see. Charizard might just protect here as well. Oh, man. Yeah, dealing with Tailwind with this team is kind of tough, I think. Like, I want Scrafty to bring Fake Out, but then if you have to worry about whoever you want to Fake Outing just Dynamaxing. So I'm committing a Dynamax early on. Ooh. I see what's happening here. Although this is okay now because I actually get the speed increase. Charizard probably knocks out Rotom with the Solar Beam. Wait. Sorry, I have Rotom Heat, not Wash. I'm too used to using Rotom Wash. Okay, we'll definitely take that turn. That's an excellent turn for us. What? That's not what I was expecting in the slightest. Okay, so we get the speed increases here, which is really nice, which is why I wanted to Dynamax immediately. Sick. So Limb is sashed. Sun is up. Might have been like Specs Solar Power, but with the Dynamax I survive easily. So now I'm speedy too. And I can go for another one to start outspeeding things even if Tailwind goes up. Although Gyarados and Rotom aren't like the fastest of Pokemon, but that's a great turn 1 for us. As my Milotic comes in too, wow. Okay, sure. I'm just gonna T-Bolt into it. I mean, the sun is up. I don't really know what this accomplishes. Thunderbolt, and do I want Grassy Terrain? Do I want Sandstorm? I don't want any of those. Yeah, Airstream's the best here. Okay, so something's Dynamaxing. It has to be my Milotic, yeah. But that's fine. It probably goes for the water attack to set up rain. Or some water type attack to set up rain, but I think it might be a little too late, because I'll be at +2 speed with both of these Pokemon next turn. Unless my Milotic has a way to knock out Gyarados here. His Whimsicott just Tailwinds, yeah. That was a curious decision to just do that in front of a Rotom. That's a bulky Milotic though, jeez. I mean, obviously it's Dynamax as well. Okay, so Whimsicott goes down. Get another speed increase on both of these, which means I think we should be faster now even in Tailwind, unless my Milotic is really speedy for some reason. And we get the Moxie boost, which is nice. What's it going for? Yeah, just Max Geyser, or Geyser. We survived that in Sun, no problem. Okay. The Tailwind's up, my Milotic's in Rain, we've both Dynamaxed, but that's fine, I think. Especially with him on top being the last one, yeah. I probably just want to stall out Tailwind. Rotom's going to be quite good once Tailwind's gone and Dynamax is off the field. So, it's got an Pharaoh here. Yeah, it's more than fine. Don't expect to get, oh wait, you can't fake out Gyarados, yeah. Actually, it would have been better just to go for the flying type attack into him on top, because I don't think the grass type attack here is knocking out my Milotic. Better just to knock out him on top and then force like a 4v1 situation. The thing about Dynamaxing is you can't do spread attacks once you Dynamax, right? So you can basically play around that in kind of a clever way. And if you're in a late game where it's like 2v1 or 3v1 versus the Dynamax Pokemon, yeah, they can do a lot of damage at any point, but they can't knock out everything all at once. So it actually makes it a little bit more manageable. Yeah, with the Airstream, I'm just faster naturally, which is sick. See if this gets the knockout. I don't think it will. No, not even close actually, but that's fine. Set up Grassy Terrain, which actually helps us with Ferrothorn, so now Power Whip will knock out. Next turn I can just go for the flying attack into the Hitmontop, which should get the knockout, as this is a Berry Milotic. Gonna guess it's one of the Fuon berries. Nope, just Citrus. Okay, and just Max Geyser coming out. In a Pharaoh, yeah, nice. I don't know, that was a curious decision turn 1, I think. It was very high risk, low reward. Don't think it really accomplishes much for my opponent. Yeah. So that should just be game. That shows you the nice way of like taking advantage of the Dynamax effects though. Where here we just get the speed increase to deal with Tailwind. Although now we're back in regular form, but we can just Waterfall the Hitmontop. And Power Whip Milotic. Should just be a double knockout here. Yeah, I think with Whimsicott, Charizard, I mean, the lead wasn't great for my opponent. No threat of hidden power is good too. So yeah, I just led something like counter Charizard decently well. I don't think Charizard was a great bring against this team though, quite frankly, because I have Dragapult as well. Like, none of those really do too much. So now we have Banded, Waterfall, and Rain, which should knock out him on top. Yeah, and Power Whip should get the KO here on Milotic. So not bad. I definitely feel like I'm getting a stronger grasp of all the mechanics. Choosing when to Dynamax is still going to be really crucial, as we're going to see... That's a Dragon type attack, I believe, right? Milotic doesn't seem like a great Pokemon to Dynamax, mainly because it is so defensive. Like, it doesn't do much damage even when Dynamax. So you basically Dynamax to get the additional bulk, but I don't know how good that really is for it. Yeah. I do need to figure out how to better utilize Dynamax against like certain cheese teams though, because in a couple of games I played just for fun between yesterday and today, I ran into like a minimize, what was it? Minimize Clef, and then there was like a Roost Corviknight against the Ferrothorn in a 1v1 kind of stall war. So yeah, Dynamax is like the best way to deal with against those strategies where you get 3 turns to basically try to nuke whatever shenanigans are happening. But yeah, I think one of the key things about doubles play is knowing exactly when to Dynamax and who to Dynamax. Part of the flexibility is having all of your Pokemon, you know, like knowing and not being too committed to just Dynamaxing a specific Pokemon in a matchup. That's at least what I get. Like that's my impression earlier on. But yeah, that was a pretty straightforward game. I think the lead matchup was good. My opponent didn't utilize Tailwind well enough. Like Hitmontop is not a Pokemon you really want under Tailwind. And Milotic is so bulky that it's not like it really just sweeps through my team. So I'm really shocked not to see Darmanitan. I thought that would have been really good against me. Or the Steel Dragon. But yeah, we end up copying the win here. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, for watching. As always, if you did enjoy, please share support by leaving a like and sharing it with anyone that might be interested in getting into competitive Pokemon. And as always, I'd appreciate any feedback or comments on the video itself. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace.